Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. This is not a normal sanctuary stroll location, but we are in fact in our on-site hospital here at the sanctuary with a very little patient today. That would be Asian leopard cat Apollo, sedated and ready for his intake exam. His technical intake exam, kitten vaccines. Apollo is one of our youngest residents here at Sanctuary and one of the youngest ALCs. So we are just getting started. Apollo's doing really, really well so far. And as you can see, I think it's pretty obvious that he is a tiny, tiny guy. He weighed in around 6 pounds, is that correct? Yeah. 6 pounds. So very small. Definitely not a tiger on this table. Teeny-tiny paws. And it's kind of special to see the Asian leopard cats up close. As you may know, back last year in late 2023, we rescued 10 Asian leopard cats from a breeder in Texas. Apollo would be one of those 10. Sadly, a couple of those Asian leopard cats have passed away, so now we are at 8 here at Sanctuary. And Apollo is currently living with buddies Fargo and Minerva and Aiden. I got to get all those names in order. Lots of names to remember with these ALCs. But Apollo would be one of the youngest of that group. Him and Minerva would be pretty young. I think now he's probably around 8 months old, would you say, Dr. C? Or 10 months maybe? Yeah. 10 months? Just under a year. We'll get a little closer. You can see, of course, the barbed tongue, just like with any cat. And here we go. Let me get into the comments here. Welcome, everyone. Good morning again. Good morning, Kathy. Hi, Daria. Daria, that's a great observation. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit to our newest vet tech volunteer. Do you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Hi, my name is Mariah. I'm an RVT. It's my first time experiencing the wild animals, so it's super exciting.
Awesome, Mariah. Okay, so one of our awesome donors and very frequent live post familiar faces, Daria, noticed that you are new here, so thanks for introducing yourself. Carrie saying, this isn't Tuesday, but here we are in the vet room. Good wishes for Apollo's checkup. He sure seems bigger than when he got to TWS. We were just talking about that. And Apollo is not really any heavier, but definitely longer, more mature in the face, for sure. So a little bit bigger, but overall a pretty small cat. I don't think he'll probably get much bigger than this in his lifetime. Even though he is young, he is quite petite, even compared to fully grown Asian leopard cat Sam. Hello, Maria. Good morning, Germ. Good to see you, Sherry. But once again, this is just a routine checkup, and specifically an intake exam for Apollo. He's going to be getting some vaccines. We're doing an overall checkup for this little guy, just making sure that he's all good. But Apollo's been doing very well. I know you all don't see the Asian leopard cats as often as some of our other residents, and that's just because they are very different than the other cats we have here. Most notably, they are a nocturnal species. They like to buzz around at night and early in the morning, and Apollo is no exception. But it's really been special to see this grouping of unique cats come out of their shell here at Sanctuary, really come into themselves, and of course make friends. Elise here worked very hard for many months making sure all of our Asian leopard cats had buddies, and now they are successfully living together. As I mentioned, Fargo, who is an F1 Bengal, Aiden, Apollo, and Minerva all live together. Their neighbors would be Penelope, Sam, Mindy, and Eve, and then Rue living on his own. Anita saying, love your cats in Australia. G'day, Anita. Good morning, Sharon. Germ, I will keep that in mind next time. I also don't want to talk too loudly with Apollo here, but we will keep that in mind with an external mic. I think it's really special to see Apollo this up close. Obviously, Asian leopard cats get their name for a very obvious reason. They have those rosettes that you're going to see on other spotted big cat species like the leopard, their namesake. But they're much smaller. They're native to Asia. Like I mentioned, a nocturnal species and one of the smallest felids. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you about them most, Elise, since you've spent the most time with them probably out of anyone here at Sanctuary?
I'd say for such a small size, they have giant personalities.
For a small size, giant personality.
Oh, yes. So much to say about everything.
So much to say. I think that's something we haven't caught on camera so much is how chatty they are. Apollo's group especially is quite chatty, and they trill to each other, they chirp to each other. I've heard it. It's a little tricky to catch on camera because they're so fast moving. These guys, when I say buzz around, I just feel like the best description. They are really, really just buzzing around their habitat, never stop moving, but lots of talking. Kathy, he looks so tiny on the table, especially compared to the cougars, lions, or tigers, even the bobs. I know. I can't get over it either. I'll back up a little bit. You've seen many times bobcats, caracals, servals, every species on our table here in the vet hospital, and I think Apollo takes the cake for the tiniest cat. But also that speaks to your support. We're in this hospital, which was funded by you, 100% funded by you and your generosity. And it's not just for our lions and tigers, but down to even our smallest residents. So thank you for your support. That really speaks to all you do and how special this is, especially here at Sanctuary, to have this on-site hospital, to have such a talented team, awesome volunteers like Mariah here, an incredible vet like Dr. Campbell, and dedicated caretakers like Elise. Good morning, Rosie. Saying hello to everyone as well. Thanks for the stars, Rita. We appreciate it. And of course, speaking of your support, it is Miracle Match right now, meaning that your donations are doubled. They are matched. Your generosity is matched, so there's no better time to donate than now. And those donations are going directly towards what you're seeing right in front of you, which is routine vet checkups, preventative care, and most importantly, specialized care for every single one of our 140 plus residents here on property. Apollo is not just another face. He is very, very special to us. He has a unique personality, and we want to give him the best life here. Even hearing Elise talk about Apollo this morning, it was very touching. We take care of a lot of cats here, but each one holds a special place in our hearts. And I know that they do for you too. Kathy, that is so sweet. My donations to TWS have been some of the best money I've ever spent. Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate you and your support. Your generosity goes such a long way. Sheila, Apollo is adorable. How much of a size difference is there to our domestic cats and an ALC? That's a great question, Sheila. I think probably Apollo's roughly half the size of what an average domestic cat would be. He's pretty tiny, pretty slender. And if you think about it with these species, they are a predator, but they're small in their environment. So they kind of act as predator and prey. You're going to notice that narrowed skull, the smaller ears, slender body, long legs, long tail, big eyes to see in lower lighting. They are truly adapted to move quickly and survive in a pretty unforgiving environment, and their size aids them in that as well. So about half the size of a domestic cat, definitely features that are similar to domestic cats, but also features that are far more exaggerated, such as those eyes that I mentioned. Kathy, oh no, my sponsor baby Apollo. Nothing to worry about, Kathy. This is his intake exam, just a checkup, making sure Apollo is all healthy and good, and getting him those vaccines that he needs. And thank you for thanking our vet team. That's very nice of you. Ooh, Allison, toe beans, if you're allowed to get that close. We can definitely get a zoom in on the toe beans. Elise is doing a great job getting those paw prints. I like the color choice today, Elise, with the blue. Let's get a little, yeah, that's good. And you can see in Elise's hand there just how tiny, so tiny. Cute little toe beans. We here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, of course, can appreciate some cat toes. Love the work you guys do. Thank you, Deborah. Maria, so slender built, he or she. Yes, Apollo is very, very slender. Sam is probably quite large for an Asian leopard cat. And Sam is the oldest of the group that we have here. And how much would you say he weighs?
The weight that they had when he came was 12 pounds.
12 pounds.
Just shy of 12.
Okay, and Apollo's sitting at 6. So Apollo's a younger cat, but I don't think he'll even touch 10 by the time he's fully grown. You're welcome for answering, Sheila. I like any questions. I'm happy to answer anything that I'm able to. Good morning, Faith from Wellington, Florida. Bill, thank you. You donated last week and it felt good. Now it's your turn. Thank you, Bill. We appreciate you. And thanks for encouraging others in the comments to donate too. That's awesome. Kathy, appreciating the paw prints. Good afternoon, Kendra. But like I said, Apollo's doing well. Nothing out of the ordinary for this little guy. But since they are a little more aloof to people, we wanted to give you a live check-in with the little ALCs. Make sure you all get a good look too, because so many of you are generous sponsor parents and care about these cats. They've come a long way since their rescue, blossomed in personality, and of course, since they were younger when we rescued them, they've grown a lot too. But I think with that, I'm going to let the vet team get back to it. I'm glad we could check in today, and Tammy will be going live later for her weekly Wildcat wrap-up, so it's a special day. You get 2 lives today. I'm excited about it. I'm glad we could check in with Apollo, and thank you all for your generosity. We will see you later. Bye, everyone.